Huge news, guys. Something big just dropped. Aster just got the green light from Binance, and this token's already blowing up 10% in just 1 hour, and 31% this week. I told you, the next major gem always reveals itself through these kinds of stealth listings. Welcome back to another episode of Gold Rush Crypto Daily. Today, we're diving deep into Aster, the token everyone's suddenly talking about after Binance confirmed its spot listing. I've got two major articles here, one breaking the Binance news and another explaining who's behind Aster, and why some analysts think this thing could push to $10 by 2026. If you're new here, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because trust me, you'll want to be early to stories like this. Alright, let's start with this piece from CoinGate. The headline reads, Aster token rockets over 10% in an hour as Binance announces spot listing. Okay, 10% in an hour. That's not just volatility, that's FOMO ignition. Crypto exchange Binance on Monday said it will list next-generation decentralized perpetual exchange Aster's crypto token on the platform today. As a result, Aster token spiked over 10% in an hour to trade above $2 again. There it is, Binance effect in full swing. Anytime Binance touches a token, the market instantly reacts. And what's crazy is, this isn't even a meme coin or random play, it's a DeFi infrastructure token with real volume. In an official announcement by Binance on October 6, the exchange revealed it will list Aster token with a seed tag applied. Notably, the seed tag is applied to crypto tokens considered innovative, but may show higher volatility and risks. Seed tag. That's Binance's polite way of saying, this could go to the moon, or it could break your heart. But when Binance uses that label, it usually means they're watching this project closely. Think about it. Most of the biggest gainers this year started as seed tag tokens. Binance will list the token in USDT, USDC, and Tri pairs. Trading starts at $12 UTC, deposits at $9 UTC. Multi-pair listings, that's serious infrastructure, not a soft rollout. Tri pairs also signal Turkey's retail market. Binance knows exactly what they're doing. That region's been heavy on new DeFi projects. Binance reminded users that Aster will not be available for trading on its pre-listing token feature, Alpha Market, once spot trading opens. So basically, if you were farming Alpha points or holding Aster on the Binance Alpha section, those points stop counting the moment it goes live on spot. That's the graduation ceremony. In September, Aster skyrocketed over 1,500% within a week as Binance founder YZi endorsed it. Whales and entities such as Mr. Beast purchased Aster worth millions amid massive hype. Hold up, Mr. Beast, if even entertainment whales are playing this, it's not just a crypto niche story anymore. And YZi endorsement, you know what that means. Internal confidence. Binance doesn't risk public association unless they see real potential. This tells me one thing, Aster isn't just a flash pump, it's a narrative play, backed by people with deep ties and massive reach. Aster's price zooms over 10% in just an hour, now trading at $2.07. 24-hour low and high are $1.78 and $2.06 respectively. Trading volume up 40% in hours. Volume confirmation. Exactly what I wanted to see. That's real organic demand, not wash trading. Whenever I see 30-40% spikes in volume right before a listing goes live, I call that smart money entry. DeFiLlama delisted Aster's trading volume data due to integrity concerns. Evidence suggested Aster's perpetual volume had started to mirror Binance's activity. Interesting. That's the only part that gives me pause. If their perpetual data is mimicking Binance, could this be market maker mirroring or back-end partnership testing? Either way, it's something to watch. But honestly, it also hints that Binance might be stress testing Aster's model internally. Futures open interest on Binance, OKX, and Bybit climbed more than 11%, 8%, and 6% respectively in the past hour. This signals bullish sentiment. That's confirmation. The derivatives market just flipped bullish. When open interest rises after a listing announcement, it means traders aren't just speculating short-term, they're positioning for continuation. If that pattern holds, $253 short-term is very realistic. Alright, so let's sum that up. Binance just went official with Aster. Price reacted immediately, up 10% in an hour. Whales, even influencers like Mr. Beast have exposure. Volume is legit and growing. Futures data supports the bullish case. If you're reading between the lines, this feels like the early stages of a full-scale CEX adoption narrative. But hold up, that's just one side of the story. Let's move to the second article, which dives into who's actually behind Aster, and this part is where things get really interesting. Now this one's from another publication, and it dropped a few hours before the Binance announcement. Timing couldn't be better. The headline reads, "Who's behind Aster and why they could push it to $10 by 2026. Okay, $10 by 2026, that's a 5x from here, assuming $2 baseline. Let's see if the fundamentals justify it. Every market cycle has a few tokens that surprise everyone. This time, Aster might be one of them. I agree. Every bull run has its underdog. Last cycle, it was Solana and Polygon. This cycle, we might be looking at Aster sneaking up on the DeFi leaderboard. Aster began as ApolloX, then merged with Astherus. The rebrand combined decentralized and centralized trading for privacy, liquidity, and smoother UX. Ah, now it makes sense. So Aster isn't a born-yesterday token. It's an evolution. They merged two live projects to fuse the best of both worlds, DEX speed and CEX efficiency. That's basically what everyone's been begging for since FTX collapsed. If they pull that off, they solve the liquidity gap that killed most DeFi platforms in 2022. The team includes several former Binance employees, backed by YZi Labs, a VC firm linked to CZ. There it is, the Binance DNA connection. You don't get that kind of inside edge unless the people involved have deep exchange-level experience. That's why Binance feels confident listing them. This team knows how to scale. They've literally done it before. Leading the project is Leonard, who led the transition from ApolloX to Aster. Leonard, name's been floating around Twitter. He's ex-Binance, strong DeFi presence, and super transparent in AMAs. Exactly the kind of leadership crypto needs. Builder first, hype later. The team's approach to staking, buybacks, and rewards is designed to reduce selling pressure and encourage long-term holding. Tokenomics designed for diamond hands. Love that. That's how you stabilize growth instead of letting traders dump on early pumps. It's a classic Binance playbook structure. Build user trust first, then scale liquidity. Upcoming Aster Chain Season 3 will bring faster trading, better liquidity, and privacy for users. Now this is what gets me excited. Season 3, scalability milestone. If they actually deliver centralized level speed on-chain, they could easily 3x their user base in months. That's the kind of utility-driven rally that sustains itself. Aster's TVL has already grown over 240%, reaching $2.1 billion. Some believe a Binance listing might come later. Guys, that later part already happened. That's how fresh this article is. Binance moved faster than the journalists. TVL at 2.1B is insane for such a new project. That's more than some top 30 DeFi protocols right now. If updates keep rolling out smoothly, it's not hard to imagine Aster rising from $2 to $3 soon, maybe even $10 before the cycle ends. Let's go. That's the kind of projection that gets mainstream eyes on the chart. A $10 Aster isn't just hopium. If TVL doubles again and Binance pushes deeper integration, that's completely plausible. So to recap, Aster has a Binance-rooted team, a clear roadmap with Season 3 coming, smart tokenomics, and already massive on-chain traction. When you combine that with a Binance listing and increasing open interest, this starts to look like the birth of a DeFi giant in real time. I'm bullish, cautiously, but bullish. I'd want to see how Aster performs over the next 72 hours post-listing, volume retention, order book depth, and whale activity. If those metrics hold, Aster becomes a high-conviction mid-cap play for this cycle. Bottom line, 1. Binance doesn't list trash. There's something here. 2. Aster's team is the real deal, not anonymous devs. 3. TVL, volume, and sentiment all align for a major move. So yeah, Aster might just be the next breakout narrative. Now I want to hear from you guys. Do you think Aster can hit $10 by 2026, or are we in for a short-term pump and dump? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be pinning the best take. Make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because if Aster keeps climbing like this, we'll be tracking it every step of the way here on Gold Rush Crypto Daily. And remember, this is not financial advice. It's just my personal read on the data and market sentiment. Always do your own research and never invest more than you can afford to lose. Until next time, stay sharp, stay early, and as always, stay Gold Rush strong.